All right. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming for the reading. I promised a North Node reading for the whole year, overview of the year coming next. Um, and so I'm here to give it. Okay. So I'm actually gonna start with Cancer North Node. Get into it and start with their reading. First, we're gonna look at their past. All right, Cancer North Node. Let's take a look at your past life. Elements of your past life that is still playing a role now in your life. It's very important to know those things. Okay? Because it helps you to understand where you came from, what you're still dealing with. Okay, the path of your soul moving forward. In the now and in the future. So let's get it. I'm gonna get information here. I'll be shuffling. Like I said, take what resonates for you. Everything is not for you. Leave some information for somebody. If it's not in alignment with you, don't force it to fit. This is a general reading. If you want to get really specific, you need to book a private reading with me. All right. I'll put my email there for those of you that really want a yearly overview of your destiny path and be able to plan accordingly. Okay, if you want to be that specific and to really know that all this is you, or you can just get the free one that I'm doing now. All right, so let's get it. I've shuffled enough. What elements of Cancer North Node's past life is still playing a role now? Trust and faith. Some of you were earth angels, or you were working with angels closely in your past life. You have authority figures, and I'm not feeling sure about this last card. So let me shuffle again. See, it's very natural for the authority figures to show up. You may have been a judge or been someone in the legal system. You are naturally an authority figure, which you are supposed to be continuing that, right? Or dealing and coming in front of authority figures, going through situations and issues that is putting you in front of a judge or something like that. What else is this? One more. I need one more. Spirit, one more. And this is all still playing a role in your life now. Okay. We got a high priest or priestess. So a lot of you are naturally high priestesses and priests, all right, from your past life. You've been doing spiritual work all this time. So for you to be continuing in this lifetime is natural to you. You've already awoken in your past life. You've already been doing rituals, healing work, connecting with divine beings, archangels, working with angels, all right. Some of you were alive during the beginning of biblical times. That's underneath the deck there. But you were working with archangels. I want to show you the cards if you can see it, because I'm kind of far. And then you have authority figures. These authority figures is also translating to me as spiritual authority figures, like angels, dealing with gods and angels as well. All right. You were tapping into. You're very tapped in. You're a very powerful magician. You're a powerful psychic high priestess. You know the unseen worlds. You are familiar with spirituality. Okay, it is very, very interesting. Some of you, I feel like, not only were you working with angels to solve problems and to see into people's, maybe you were helping people to see the truth in legal issues that was putting people in jail, unjustly. I also feel that connection here. But naturally, it's like you really is someone that trusts and have a lot of faith in the angelic, in the angels. Okay, this is interesting, and I feel like some of you were actually earth angels. Okay, I can see that in this group as well. Now, this is some powerful psychic people. You are no joke. You guys have a lot of spiritual power. Okay, so It's still playing out now. So I'm sure that I'm talking to people that if you are not psychically inclined, you naturally have spiritual gifts, and you haven't done much of nothing to even awaken it. You naturally know, you are always intuitive, you understand, you believe, you have faith, you trust in spiritual people. Some of you work in the legal system and stuff like that. There's some people that naturally know who's going to win court cases and stuff. I think you naturally have that gift because of this authority figures, or you could be a judge, or you work in the judicial system. Something like that is still playing out now. Interesting. Now let's see what role. All right. Let's look at your recent past, though. Let's look at your recent past. What energy you are in? Where is that deck? Okay. What energy you've been in, which is in this lifetime, in the recent past. What energy have your soul be embodying on your destiny path? Cancer, North Node, Spirit. Thank you so much. Cancer, North Node, Spirit. What energy have they been in? What have they been embodying? What vibration is this? What is this? Cancer, North Nodes. Recent past. Recent past, please. What role have their soul been playing? Listen, thank you. Ooh, that's hard to... Nothing is coming out. Ooh, Cancer, North Node. What's going on? Okay. Two cannot. Got shoved in my hands. You have the Strength card underneath the deck. You've been standing in your strength and using mind over matter to make some powerful judgment calls, to bring about some powerful endings in your life, closing out serious cycles. It makes sense, right? Because this year 9, on all levels for most of us spiritually, we've been closing chapters, closing life cycles, 21-year cycles for some of us. Just closing things that we are done with, all right? Closing cycles, learning. Some of you've graduated from school. This all is not just about just other things. It's just you've been closing chapters. Some of you have been shining your light. Some of you are seen as a master of something in the public eye, or you feel fulfilled in your destiny path. You've closed the chapter. Even the way the cards go from 20 to 21, that's what you've been doing. You've been going to a judgment call, making powerful decisions to eliminate and close certain doors, and also finishing and wrapping up cycles, powerful cycles in your life. This has been an interesting year for you, all right? It's taking a lot of mental strength to be able to finish this chapter of your life. Oh, I like it. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at, all right, what energy your soul is embodying now. Okay, especially in this new year. What role are your soul going to be playing? I feel like naturally telling you that you're about to start all over with the Fool's card. I won't be surprised if the next card that show up is starting the whole 21-year journey again with the Fool showing up. But then again, I'm not going to tell the cards what to do, but that's what I'm naturally, yeah, because you close the chapter, so the next thing is a new beginning, a major new beginning on the soul level. That makes total sense. But let's see. For some of you, that's exactly what's happening. But let's see what Spirit shows me, what you are really embodying on the soul level. What's your mission? Oh, you have the Moon. Aren't you stepping more into yourself? So what's this? Let me see what's underneath the deck here. The Emperor and the Moon. This is like a sense of, with the High Priestess behind the Emperor deck. This is giving me more revelations, self-discovery, finding out hidden information, dealing with certain illusions. So I feel like you're going to be dealing with hidden aspects of yourself. But I'm going to clarify to see what shows up for me before I move on. Okay? Alright, my Cancers. Cancer North Nodes. Let's get this for you. I'm going to clarify a little bit to see the energy you are embodying, because it's very important. On the soul level, you have the Moon. That's your energy. So that's very good. You are falling in alignment with yourself. You're working with the right type of energy. You're really going to be showing up as yourself a lot, right? Highly intuitive, highly tapped into hidden information, knowing psychic abilities. What's the Moon? Okay, that's a lot. Death card, 10 of Cups. Wow, I feel like you're transforming some family situation. Love, relationship, death, 10 of Cups, and the Devil. Some toxic family dynamic. Okay? You're going to discover a lot of information that's connected to your family life, your home life, which is not which is normal for Cancer North Node. Look at you underneath there. This is your vibration, which is the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're going to be healing a lot of, tapping into your intuition, using your healing abilities, your nurturing ability, your sweetheart energy, because the Queen of Cups is really a darling, a lover, a sweetheart, a powerful spiritual psychic. And you know, their ultimate goal when they have the 10 of Cups, like a marriage, a home, a family life, ultimate joy and fulfillment within the emotions. So with it being in the middle of the Devil and the Death card, I feel like you're really doing some powerful transformative work. There's some major endings that's coming into, you know, your family unit, and the removal of some obsessive or materialistic or excessive behavior connecting to a family life. I feel like some of you are going to, I want to say what I'm hearing, some of you are going to bring an ending to some marriage, family life, or even your extended family. You're going to be looking at what is going on and transforming the energy. You have a lot of spiritual work to do. That's what I'm seeing. So your soul is cleaning up something that has to do with your family life and removing some toxic situations surrounding your family. It's letting go though. You're releasing this with the Death card there. It's moving into a good space. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what you're supposed to be really accomplishing this year. Okay, this year coming up, what is the goal of your soul? This is all connected to it. The energy your soul is embodying is always connected to your destiny path and what you're meant to be accomplishing. But I'm going to find out some more information to get it more concrete. So what are you meant to accomplish on your destiny path? I'm going to use the Life Purpose deck, and probably I might use another deck if I don't feel satisfied with the information that I get here. So for Cancer North Node Spirit, what exactly are they meant to accomplish in the year 2026? What are they meant to accomplish in the year 2026? What is their main goal? What are they supposed to accomplish? What are they meant to accomplish this year? Cancer North Node Spirit, thank you so much. What is the goal this year, 2026? What is meant to happen? What are they meant to embody and accomplish and make happen? Okay. Counseling. Well, some of you may be going, oh, family. See? The energy is really on point. Some of you are going to be doing research. Some of you are naturally, you're on the right path. Most of you you're already in alignment. Okay, it makes sense because you're naturally a psychic anyway, so you already know what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm happy to tell most of you that you are on the right path. I like it. That's why I like this deck so much, because when that shows up, I feel so good for you. Most of you that are Cancer North Nodes, you're already in alignment with your destiny. Whatever you're doing is what you're meant to do already. You would know if you're really there. And it has some of you, based on the energy that your soul is going through, I can tell that you will be going to some sort of counseling for your family. All right, you heal with kind words, wise advice, and empathetic ear. The counseling, you might be going for counseling this year to help heal your family situation that I already see all this toxicity surrounding family matters. Or you are a counselor. You are going to become a counselor, or you've been counseling all this time. You are meant to heal a family situation. Some of you are going to get a degree as a counselor, or that's what you're meant to do. With the book here, you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Studying about family dynamics. Some of you are social workers, so you're supposed to be social workers. Counseling family units. It's part of your destiny. You are a powerful counselor. Alright, I feel like some of you are receiving counseling for your own family, for whatever dynamic is going on, but your goal is also, I feel like this is straight up, if you don't have a family, you need to be in a family unit because it's part of your destiny. You learn a lot, your soul grows a lot when you get married and get into a home, a house, and have your children and all that. So you need to understand that it's part of your destiny path to have a family. A Cancer North Node is supposed to be single. It's not gonna work. Not in this part of your destiny right now. You're supposed to be in a family unit. So even if I break it up in two different pieces, either your family is needing healing, and that's what you're going to need to focus on. For some of you, that's what's happening, or you're becoming a counselor, or you are going for counseling, whatever, getting degrees, you're studying a lot on how to deal with family matters. You are a powerful counselor because you are an empath naturally. It is important for you to utilize these gifts, and that's what you're meant to accomplish, to heal a family unit, or to get into a family unit, or to become a counselor. Okay, I think I got the information that I need, and I don't need to, figure anything else out. So I'm going to move on with more questions and more information for you. So now you know what you're meant to accomplish this year. If you're already in this alignment, then you know you just need to keep working on it, right? Whatever the kinks are with the devil and the death card there, the devil especially, that's a lot of toxic behavior stuff going on, okay? Attachments, addictions that is connected to family matters. It could even be extended family, that problems that you have to work through and heal by looking at what's going on behind the scenes and using your abilities to heal and bring things into balance for your family, okay? What is the major obstacle that you're going to be facing? Ooh, what deck do I want to use to pull your obstacle? I'm going to pull on a few things. I think I'm going to use two different cards. I'm going to look at this obstacle that has to do with you personally, and then I'll just use tarot to see what other obstacle you might be facing. I didn't bring a certain deck here, but I don't think I want to use it actually. What obstacle? What's the main obstacle you may be facing? Cancer North Node this year. Queen of the World, 24. Hiding your true self underneath the deck. Something, I feel like some of you may be on your high horse a little bit. That's what I'm getting from that deck. A personal thing. Alright. Or some of you may be hiding the fact that you are actually a powerful queen. You don't show that aspect of yourself very well. Okay. But I want to use a different deck because I want to see if I can get something else here that will be more generalized. I'll use the healing deck for this. Since your issue has a lot to do with connected to healing, I think the healing deck will work better. By me knowing what you're healing will give me a clue to what your obstacle is. So let me use this deck. What obstacle could the Cancer North Nodes be facing this whole year? That they need, the main obstacle that they need to be conscious of. Cancer North Node. Sorry. Oh, dude. I know exactly what I said I was going to use. Sensitivity. I knew exactly. I was going to use the chakra to figure that out. The chakra deck. But let me see what shows up here. 6 seclusion. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be really sensitive. And you're not going to be finding time to be alone so you can, self-reflect. Self-love. Okay. So you are not showing yourself. With this one, the queen of the world, like I said, so now I've gotten more clarity here. Okay, I knew it. Something about you not being yourself, stepping into your power, not embracing this ability that you have very well. You know, it's time for you to focus on some self-love, right? So you're not doing that this year. You're probably going to be so busy that you don't give yourself the time to really seclude yourself, seek seclusion, so that you can tap into your own sensitivity and your awareness. So what are you going to be running around doing that's going to deter you from spending time alone to tap into your own sensitivity and to seek healing within yourself? You're going to be too busy not being yourself, is pretty much what I'm saying. Like, you're going to be running around everywhere instead of focusing on what matters, which is starting within you to heal certain issues, to truly be yourself, not to hide who you truly are. Okay, I'm getting that. But I also feel like, you know, yeah, you have issues paying attention to yourself. Not paying attention to yourself is making you feel it's going to affect your self-love and confidence, and all kinds of stuff may be going on there. Because it makes sense. You know, empaths naturally takes care of the family so much and neglect themselves. You don't even have time for yourself. You're going to be so involved with healing everybody else. And it makes sense, you know, because you're healing a family issue, or you're a counselor to everybody else, but not you. You don't get the time to pay attention to you and stuff like that. And to gain control of your thought patterns, also being all over the place because you don't have the time, or you would be too busy to find, you know, seclusion and time for yourself. So that's a problem that you're going to be facing that may interfere with your goals next year. Do not let your accomplishments take away from you what matters the most. Cancer North knows, taking care of your well-being first. Okay, so let me look on the soul level to see what else shows up for your obstacle, and then we can move on to next questions here. What's the main obstacle, Spirit, for Cancer North nodes? What they're going to be facing? Okay. Yeah, your mind. I told you couldn't control it. It's repeating the same energy. I saw it underneath the deck of the healing deck, right? So you're not able to meditate. I see that. You're not going to find time for yourself to seclude and learn and be open-minded. And that's what you're needing to do, you know, like to really tap in instead of being everywhere else. But yeah, you're going to be losing faith in yourself. For a temporary moment in this year coming up, you're going to be struggling to trust and have faith, which you've always had. Alright, in your spirit team and your spirit guides giving you guidance. Your mind is going to be off the chain where you're not able to focus and meditate and have clarity on anything that you're doing. You're going to be needing to really visualize and meditate, and you're not going to have the time. I feel like you are going to be overworking yourself to the point that it's going to work against you. So you need to pay attention to yourself. Bottom line, bring the attention back to yourself. Cancer North knows. If you don't do that, it's going to be a very complicated sort of year for you. Okay, that's what I'm saying. A year where you're going to lose yourself in other people and helping other people, which is naturally something that cancers already suffer from because they are natural empaths. And being spiritual and taking care of your family, you can get lost in the source of your family, because that's all that matters to you. 333 on the clock. That's some important information that you needed to hear. Getting lost in your family dynamic because you have a lot to deal with, unveil and solve, can make you lose yourself and start doubting your own, you know, yourself. This is interesting. It makes sense. You know, sometimes women, is the motherly energy that comes with that Cancer sign. That motherly instincts of nurturing others. but you cannot neglect yourself and nurture others. It's not gonna work. You're not your best self. So you have to find a balance. That's what I'm seeing here. You have to find a balance. The solution to move forward is to find a balance and take care of you whilst you're dealing with your family matters or counseling other people. That's what you're doing. You can't counsel other people and then your house is chaotic and your family is in trouble. It doesn't make sense. You can't fill people's cups when your cup is emptied out. Cancer notes. So remember that. You don't want to go against yourself next year whilst you're helping others or healing your family dynamic. Okay? Let's move on to what you've integrated well and become a master of. What deck am I going to use for that? I want to use this dream one. I don't know. I'm just going with the deck that calls out to me to do your read, Cancer notes. It's fun for me that way. What has the Cancers integrated or will integrate that they have mastered so far? Okay, what have they learned and become a master of? Either spiritual or physical, that is connected to their destiny path or that will be happening. Okay, what do we have? Possessions. What else? Okay, that's a good thing. You've mastered the money game, I'll tell you that. Vehicles and cars. That's just the way you live your life. It's not specifically vehicles. But maybe you like cars and you know a lot about cars for some of you. Birth and babies. You really do know. You're a master of taking care of babies. Okay? It's natural. It makes sense. It's all in alignment. You know how to do things. You're a master of do things in a different way. Take a new route. Believe your life is only part of one long journey. Be prepared for adventure. So this is something you've mastered. You know how to think outside the box. Take different routes to reach the same goal. You always have a clear path ahead of you. You plan well. You have a keen vision and sight on what you really want to accomplish. You're a master of planning and sticking to your path and your journey. It looks like it's like you don't even have any obstacle in your path. You know how to see beyond that. You're a master in that. You are a master in that if you're not a master in that. These vehicles and cars is all about, it's reminding me of the Chariot, which makes sense, right? Sort of like the Chariot with the car and the road is like the Chariot, the major arcana for Cancer energy. It makes sense. Do you know what direction you want to go in life? Do you feel in control of your life's plan? Do you represent this car model in your dream, which is a car that is not as an unusual car? So you have an unusual way of reaching your goals. You're a master at this. You don't drive the same car. You don't think the same way. You know how to get to from point A to point B of your life goals. You are definitely in charge. You're a master at this. You don't use conventional ways. Obviously, if you're a priest or a priestess, then you're not doing things and thinking the same way everybody does. You know what to do. You know how to birth new things into existence. You know how to nurture new ideas. You know how to break down people's walls and make them vulnerable, which you are naturally a vulnerable person. Opening up people's hearts, okay? You're a very responsible person. Something about childbirth. You know how to, bring that new ideas into being and nurture it into the finish line. But also literally taking care of children is a natural mastery for you. You're a perfect mother, if you ask me. Possessions. Do you need to redefine what you value? What is the cost of your loss? What are some changes that are causing you to feel undervalued? So what matters to you? Your possessions. If it's the house, the children, the family, the cars, whatever it is, you know how to get it. You're a master at accumulating possessions. What really matters to you, what you value, you know how to go get it. You know how to have a plan. You know how to execute it using unusual ways to achieve your goals. That is what you've mastered, or that you're mastering about yourself this year. I really like this. I really like this Cancer North Node. I really think that this year is going to be a very interesting year. If this is not something that you've done in the past and you're embodying this energy, then whatever plans you set forth, if it's a child that you want it to be successful, you give birth. But whatever ideas you put into being, which is have to do with all of this, is going to come to fruition. You're going to see the finish line. You're going to be successful at it. You would have a plan. You know what to do. You have a set goal in mind and follow through with it. So I really like what is happening for you this year. I don't see too much obstacle besides you neglecting yourself so far and you needing to pay attention to that. Let's look at what your destiny helper is, or who your destiny helpers are. I'm going to use the Sun deck for that. So for this year coming up, oh, you need some tools. Actually, let me see. Oh, that's the second question. So I'll get to it after this. Oh, Cancer North Node. Who or what is your destiny helper this year, 2026, Cancer North Node Spirit? Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the reading, Cancer North Nodes, and you're getting some information and insight, confirmations, and it's opening up your ideas and mind. You're powerful already. I don't think you need much. Okay, let's go on. Okay. Yeah, oh, look, your destiny helper is a vision. Having a vision. Resourcefulness. Sun in Cancer. Okay. Flirtation. One more. Okay. And order. Underneath the deck, quarrel. Pay attention. Getting into quarrels and squabbles in your home, like authority clashing with your partner or family members, is going to be something that will be happening that you need to pay attention to. Okay. Your destiny helper is realizing that that's going to happen and you're not going to get involved with that. Okay. What I'm seeing here is you planning things and having things in order is definitely needed, which is Moon in Scorpio. Is it Moon in Scorpio? No, Moon in Virgo. You have to understand this. Being organized, having schedule is all connected. So you having a plan, doing all that, the energy is repeating itself. It's really just kind of like I'm repeating the energies with different cards. In order for you to have a plan and to see the end game of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish within the family or become a counselor, you need a system of routine work. Putting things into order in the family, in the home. This is going to be helpful to you. Getting a little bit of the Virgo energy, a little bit of perfectionist, not in the negative way, but in the positive way where everything is, organized so you don't get overwhelmed. To open up time and everything, or time organization, all that. All right. I see that with Venus in Sagittarius here, flirtation is something to do with you having a little fun also in the midst of all this, flirting with your loved one, whoever you are involved with. I can't show you this card because there's some naked people here. Who you're sleeping with, whoever you are dating or whatever. Having a little bit of fun and flirting with them is going to make you feel good. It's all good for you. I feel like there might be some travel involved. You might have to travel. Those of you who partner is not next to you, there might be opportunity to travel, to go be with them and spend time with them, flirt with them, stuff like that. Your vision is very important. You mapping it up and seeing ahead of yourself is here. You being resourceful, using the tools you got. And I already feel like I'm telling you what you already do. That's how I feel. I feel like since you're such a master at this, you are just continuing the same path. Being resourceful is, it's like you don't always need to go and get a new couch, for instance, in the home. You can take your old couch, maybe recover it, whatever, make it brand new. That is about managing your money and being resourceful. That's an example, okay? These are going to be helpful for you in the home, in your love life, in the order of things of what you are meant to accomplish. Having these, so these are elements that will be helpful to your overall, growth and, things working out for you in the end next year, right? So don't forget about the routine, you getting things in alignment, planning out things, and I think you already do that though. That's what I'm feeling. But this year you're gonna need it because it's your destiny helper. So you're being reminded that it works and it will work. I want to get a few tools for you before I get advice and we can get off here. I also want to see, I want to get some tools. What tools? Spiritual tools, daily practices that will help the Cancer here. Cancer notes, so that their destiny path will be smoother in this 2026 spirit. Give them some tools. I have a lot of things I want to pull. I'll try to bring it down to 4 decks. Okay. Soul guidance, definitely tapping into yourself. Spending time alone, meditating. I told you, you're going to be too busy where you're not going to find time for yourself. But you're going to need this practice to listen to your soul's guidance here. Alright, making some activities that has to do with meditation, spiritual connection. I'm going to see what spirit animal is going to be working with you or that you have to embody to make this year a successful one for you. I'm going to give you a gemstone. And I think I'm going to pull a fashion tarot. I'm trying to give you some tools here. Dragon, supernatural. So you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. See, you have to think of the dragon energy and embody this vibration. You already at this vibration. That's what I feel. And I feel like you'll be reminded of how wise, you're a wise sage. So following your intuition and tapping into your wisdom is really going to take you far. Alright, it's really going to take you far. Something about perseverance, the Ram spirit underneath the deck here. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. You hear that? Cancer notes, you're very powerful. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up and good luck will follow. It's beautiful. I just had to tell you. So this is the spirit animal, the vibration, and the helpers that you have along this new path or this accomplishment that your soul is embodying. Okay, it's a lot. I feel a powerful spiritual path here. But also, it's like, I also see it's both spiritual and physical intertwined here. Okay. Let's get you a gemstone that you can buy and wear to help with this. These are just tools for you to use to help your journey unfold with ease. Cancer notes. Okay, what do we have here? 2 gemstones flipped out. You saw that. We have the emerald underneath the deck. I always show you that, so you know that you can get that if you want, or if you already have it. It's going to be useful this year. So let's see what gemstone you have there. Oh, 3 gemstones came out for you. Spirit quartz, moonstone, makes sense. You need one. Spessartine Garnier. Yeah, something about family and grounding, right? The energies come, they repeat themselves for you to know that everything that I keep pulling is like repetition of the energy. Everything is, I guess, like repeated information of the same information coming in different forms to help you to understand that it's real, it's true, and this is this is the energy. I like it when my cards are repeating the energy. Okay, so let's get spirit cards to see what that is going to do, which is number 54. Those gemstones are going to help you either way. Getting it is going to be very helpful for you. I'm just going to read it just a little bit. Okay, so it's connecting to community, universal love, harmony, and cooperation. This is definitely going to help you be a better counselor, be able to connect with people more, open up your empathetic heart even more, and to help you to deal with other energies that you're dealing with. You have some toxic family dynamic. Whether you're a counselor that you're embodying or your own family, you're going to need this spirit cards. And I don't think that, I need to read the whole thing. We'll be sitting here all day. But it's about healing partnerships, relationship messages is there. But definitely it's all about connecting, alright? Connecting. It will help you to connect with everybody. Let's get the moonstone. Oh, well, 53 is right there. So that's right next door. So let's get that. There's Spessartine Garnier is right next to it. It's about charm and charisma. Shining and sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. You're a leader. And if you're a counselor, or that's what you're meant to be, then you need to be able to shine and inspire people, right? That's what leaders do. With the right words and the right listening ability that you naturally embody, you can really be of help to humanity. And this will help you to embrace this ability very well. There's more to the stone. You need to research to get more information. I can't read all that today. We're not gonna finish these readings if I want to get that detail and read every information for you. But it gives you the general overview of what these gemstones are going to be doing, and I like it that I pulled it for you. Okay. The moonstone is intuition, insight, inner wisdom, and inner voice. Obviously, you're a high priestess already. You're not going to be having time to, focus on you, and Spirit is giving you all the tools that will help you to buckle down and do what you must do at this time. I want to pull one more. Like for you, I want to pull, let me see. I want to pull the fashion one because that's just me. That's my own bonus card information for you. Because I want everybody to start incorporating fashion as a form of healing. So I have to pull it today. I haven't done it in so long anyways. Let's see what we can get. What can they be wearing? What can Cancer not be wearing to help to accomplish this goal next year, 2026? This year, I mean. Okay, we got two here. Let's see. Wear blue for intelligence. Okay, so wear a lot of blue. Blue pantsuit for activating calm, assertive, truth, confidence in communication. You see how the energy doesn't lie? In all this deck, the same energy came out. You're a counselor. You're a speaker. That's natural. You're an empath. So whatever you're saying, you're supposed to be confident in what you're saying. Speak the truth. Be calm, assertive, and really make your point across. So you see, this is what you are being advised to wear. Blue pantsuit, and wear blue naturally, generally, for what? Your intelligence. To be an empath and to be a speaker, a counselor, you need to use your brain, your mind, right? Wear knee-length skirts to show virtue. And that is also very important. You cannot be a public figure, not even that as much as public figure, but you cannot be, imagine a counselor talking to you and she's wearing booty shorts, an example. There's a place and time for everything, right? So you have to embody this energy well and use your fashion well. So that's pretty much what it's talking about. The virtueness and the skirt length and all that for the females is all connected to, people paying attention to you as this motherly leader role, okay? It all does its job, okay? So it's interesting. It's on point, and I love it for you. Okay, let's move on. There's not much I need to say. It's that the energy is right in front of you. You're getting the picture. You're getting the picture. You understand all the tools you need to do. Okay, so let's get advice from your soul, and that's going to be tricky because I don't know which deck I'm going to use for the advice. So advice from your soul, and then we'll get advice from your let me just use a regular deck. Yeah, I'll use a regular tarot deck, and then we'll get advice from your spiritual team as well. Okay, and we'll close out your North Node read. I feel like I've given you the tools. I'm thinking of protection, but I don't. Should I? Let me see what will show up for you. Just because it's a yearly forecast, it's important for you to protect yourself. It's just part of the game. Let me get that deck for you. Let's pull on how you could be spiritually attacked or anything, or just, your own thing. Let's see what could be seriously harmful to your path this year, 2026. For Cancer North Nodes, and then we'll get the solution. Oh God, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. But attack through children. So you get attacked through children. This could be physical or spiritually. You understand how important your kids are. So that's how they use what matters to you to attack you. Lost soul derailed from your destiny. So self-imposed. So you staying on point. That way you don't lose your own path away from your soul's journey. Wrongfully prosecuted is here. This you could be wrongfully prosecuted either through the courts or just people, your family. So you need to be careful. That's a form of attack. Energetic laziness. You just being lazy and tired spiritually, and it coming even to the physical. Okay, I'm telling you, I feel like I need to say this to you, Cancers. You're going to be going too much, doing too much. That's why you need to pace yourself and plan using the Virgo information there. Alright, get an orderly plan in place, because if you don't, this is how you're going to get messed up. You're going to be too tired to focus and meditate to get the insights that you need to stay on point. And that's a form of attack. No appeal or ugliness. You're going to feel like you don't have any appeal, or you're going to feel ugly because you're not loving yourself. Remember, that's all connected to the energy that we got. Not taking care of yourself well is going to start to show in this way. Either way, this is an attack that can come at you because it comes from either you or being bombarded with so much family matters or just your job or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, to the point that you lose your appeal, you lose yourself. I'm talking about a Cancer not dressing properly, looking like a grandma when you are only 19 or something, for example. Okay? You don't have to look like, your problems. And that's what you need to pay attention to. Allowing yourself to be around toxic situations and people too long. You understand? This is self-imposed. That comes with the devil energy surrounding the family matters. This is family. You cannot allow this to go on. That is your problem. That is what you need to protect yourself from. Okay? And then people wrongfully prosecuting you for what you've not done. Okay? So understand how you're getting attacked energetically, spiritually, and physically here. So you can have yourself in check. Let's get some solutions. I'm glad I pulled it. White or purple hair wrap for protection, and sleep is your protection. You need rest. I love it when the cards are on point. I don't need the cards sometimes, right? Constant study of your charts will protect you as well. Check with yourself. So, in all essence, what I'm being, nourished to tell you is, you're not going to get anywhere on your destiny path if you neglect you on all levels. Not sleeping enough is not connecting spiritually. You're spiritually connected in the sleep. You need it. If you don't get enough rest, you can't even counsel people well. Your brain fog is going to be on a different level. All this, okay, it's in alignment for you. Some of you, when I picked the card, I saw maternal curse. Okay, you have to be careful if you have any. You have to check and make sure you don't have any curses coming through your mother's side. Okay, that's just a side note. Take it if it matters. If not, don't worry about it. You can't carry all the energy. Not everything here that I'm saying is about you. Take what matters, leave the rest for somebody else. Okay, now we can go ahead and start closing out your reading. I think this has been good. Okay. You know what you need to be focusing on. You know what you're supposed to accomplish. So let's get it. Advice from your soul. All of your collective souls. Cancer notes. Thank you so much, Spirit. One more shuffle. Okay. Okay. It's talking. Your soul is talking fast. A man who wants to marry you with money, who provides, is coming into your life. He's a king of pentacles. What else do we have here? Fighting for what you believe in is very important. Stand your ground. That's 7 of Wands. Knight of Wands. Exercise a lot to harness more spiritual gifts. Okay, so you need to exercise. Okay, your soul wants you to exercise, you know, like yoga, move your body, be flexible so that your energies will flow better. All right, and stand firm and be strong and fight for what you believe in, especially if you're facing this wrongful prosecution, or you're going to some sort of authority figures and court cases. I feel like there could be court cases here that might come up for some of you. Some of you might be lawyers that, you know, are family lawyers, that you have to stand there and fight for the weak person, that family unit, so they don't lose their children. I'm getting all that right now. Okay, a man who wants to marry you with money, who provides, is also coming into your life. And remember, we saw that it was in your energy where you need to flirt with them, you need to be lighthearted and spend time with them. All right, you might travel to be with them, carrying burdens, struggling to finish what you started. Okay, so your soul is telling you that be light on the burdens you put on yourself. Because if you put too much on your plate, which is still talking about the same energy. We talked about order. We talked about you having time for yourself. Now your soul is telling you that if you carry too many burdens, you're not going to be able to accomplish your goal this 2026. So you really need to get strategic, which you are a master of. And all this is meant to enhance you, to take you to where you need to go to. Going on an adventure that excites you. Some of you, I see you traveling. Releasing burdens and struggles. This is definitely happening for you. So these are information and advice from your soul. I want to see. Yeah, I'll use the same deck to get advice from your spirit team, and then we'll close our Cancer notes. Oh man. This is funny, but I don't see how I'm going to be able to do a lot of these readings today. Okay, we already got advice from your spirit team. Spiritual evil attacks on you, Judgment, Hangman, and the Moon. Oh my God. Your spirit team wants you to know that you are, because you are an empath, you are going to be spiritually attacked. Alright? This is crazy. What else? Oh, you're going to be dealing with a lot of dramatic people and situations. I feel like some of you, your job is crazy. What's your advice for them? So you want them to be aware of that. You need your protection and this stuff. You need to really be aware. What else? What advice do you have from someone evaluating how much time and effort they've already invested in a situation? Yeah, I think that your spirit team is advising you to really pay attention to how much time and effort you put into things that you are putting your energy in. All right? Okay, because oh my God, you got the feeling powerless. Because I feel like some of you, you're going to be going through so much that is going to weigh you down. This feeling powerless is the Devil card, which is what is on the soul level, you have the devil card that you're working through this year. So understand, you have some spiritual attacks going on, weighing you down, and you're going to be feeling stuck, and you're going to have problems with having faith and hope moving forward this year. So dealing with these dramatic people and stuff, it's like Spirit is putting you on alert on what you're going to be dealing with, so that you can be prepared on how to face this. Final message from your spirit team. Oh, that's too much. I'm not telling them all this. Alright, this is too much, Spirit. We're gonna put it back and get final advice. One more. For the Cancer North Node, so we can close out their read. What else do they need to know? You want them to be aware of? Okay, I'm gonna take that. I feel good with that. Past life divine partner. Oh, so this person, I feel like, let me see what else shows up here. Reflecting and self-evaluating to make a final decision. Okay. Hangman, a pause on your path to see from a different perspective. I feel like this is all connected to this past life partner. So this man that we saw that there is a man, for most of you females, or if flip it how it matters to you. If you're a man watching, a female that you are connecting with on a romantic level, okay, that I saw the information. A man that wants to marry you, who provides, whether female or male, they got their money together. It's a past life divine partner. Okay, that's the information they want you to know. They are making a final judgment called evaluating and making a final decision. It's a judgment, and this is causing them to have a pause, to study and to see things from different perspectives. And once they did that, or once they do that, either they've done this final reflection already and they've made a decision on you, that they want to marry you. That's what I'm getting. They've already done that, or that's what they're going to be doing this year. So yeah, so a lot of you have a partner, divine partner, coming in for you as well. So Spirit wanted you to know that. Okay, that's it. Wheel of Fortune, unexpected lucky events to your life. That's also there for you underneath the deck. Okay, they want you to know that this man or this woman is a lucky event. Okay, that is unexpectedly going to happen in your life as well. Amongst other things that we've talked about here, other lucky events are going to show up in your life as a Cancer North Node during this year to help you along on your destiny path. I'm really happy for you, and I hope you enjoyed this. A lot from all the information that I put out here for you on what you're meant to be accomplishing this year. Alright, my Cancer North Nodes, thank you all so much. Give me a thumbs up, like the video, leave me a comment. If you want a private reading so you can get more detailed and specific, I'm also available. I'll put my email down there somehow for you to reach me. Alright, thank you all so much, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you and bye.